All right, today we are focusing on author's purpose in our reading books with our story, Jose Born to Dance. And I know you may be wondering why there's a paper with some poorly drawn pieces of pie. And that's because when we think of author's purpose, I want you to think of pie. And what a better time of year than Thanksgiving and Christmas when you guys have tons of pie. So, author's purpose, why do I want you to think of pie? The answer is, author's purpose is, why is the author writing this story? What is their purpose? What's the meaning for writing the story? And it can generally fall into 3 categories. So I have 3 different pieces of pie, and each one is going to represent a category that we can remember for author's purpose. The first one starts with a P. The second one starts with an I. I wonder what the third one starts with. If you said E, you are correct, because author's purpose, we think of pie. P-I-E. There are 3 general reasons why someone would write a story or an article or any kind of writing piece. And those 3 things are to persuade, is to the author is trying to get you to do or try something. So that is why someone would write something persuasive, because they want you to do or try something. And some examples are, so I'm going to put examples down here. Some examples of persuasive pieces of writing could be commercials. Commercials all the time want you to buy their product or try their food, buy this toy. We also see billboards with advertisements on them, but also writing like opinions. So when you write an opinion, like in class we wrote an opinion piece. Most of you wrote about strange fish and why you thought that the puffer fish, the seahorse, or the electric eel was the strangest fish. Some of you wrote about why Lucy should stay exploring her closet from the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. And some of you wrote about why you thought she should turn around and go back. So those were opinion pieces that you have written, but there are different ways to persuade someone into doing something or to get them to try something. Let's move on to the I. The I stands for inform. So the author could write something to inform you about something. So inform, remember info, the author is giving you information and teaching you facts. Okay, some examples of ways to inform or informational writing pieces could be documentaries, non-fiction books. Remember, non-fiction is not fake. History books, those are facts. Books about things that happened in the history, or science. Also, biographies, because biographies are about specific people, and most of the time they're writing to inform you about their lives and what happened. The very last piece of our pie today is the E, and the E is to entertain. An author might try to entertain you by writing their piece. So for this, we're going to write the author is trying to make you enjoy the story by keeping your attention. And some examples of entertaining pieces that the author wrote to entertain are fiction, because fiction stories are fake. Fiction is made up. And in that fictional category, we have fantasy, mysteries, comics or jokes, adventure, now some of these, like a biography about someone or a history, they might have adventure in them. It's our job to see, are they informing us about that person or that adventure, or are they simply trying to entertain us? So those are the three pieces of the pie for author's purpose. What you're going to do with that this week is I want you to make your own chart like this, and I'll post a picture of this and put it on Schoology. Just draw your own boxes, and I want you to take 3 details from our story, Jose Born to Dance. 3 details, so something that he did or saw, whatever the author is trying to tell you. Write 3 details, and then I want you to tell me what the author's purpose is. So you have 3 options for the author's purpose. Did they write it to persuade, inform, or entertain? So think about all these things, and I'll post this on Schoology too. So you're going to do this today on your own piece of paper. I want you to reread the story, Jose Born to Dance, and that'll help you complete this activity. And then you have the reader's notebook page, and I wanted to talk about that too. Page 109 and 110, so it's the page that goes along with our story. And the directions say, Jose's performance was like, a simile is a type of figurative language that compares 2 things using like or as. Read page 296, list 3 similes that the author uses to describe Jose's dancing. Okay, and I put this notebook page on Schoology so you could type in your answers, and I want 3 similes. So on page 296, and you have your version of the book on Think Central. So on page 296, you're looking for similes. A simile uses like or as. So as you read through here, I want you to find there are so many similes on this page that use the word like or as. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's see, right here. He learned to be fierce like a bullfighter. So here we use the word like. We're comparing his fierceness to a bullfighter. There are several more similes listed on this page, okay? You look for the words like or as when it compares something. Then, on the back, page 110, imagine you were a reporter and have attended one of Jose Limon's performances. Using the similes that you found on page 296, write a review of Jose's performance. A review tells what is good and bad about something. What might a reporter say about Jose's career? They start us out. Jose Limon's debut. By now, I hope you know debut means his first performance. Jose Limon performed at the theater on Saturday night. His performance was, and you get to continue that. Be creative. Remember to use the similes that you found and that you included on the front page. Okay? Don't just type in one sentence. Give me a full review. Pretend like you were watching Jose's very first performance and tell me what it was like. If you have any questions, please let me know.